James Harden, the step back king. He has just got traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers. So today, we're going to re-simulate his career from being a journeyman and making him the GOAT. Anyway, man, if you guys are new to the channel, leave a like and subscribe. Let's just get straight into this one. Taking a look at the mock draft, we see James Harden is predicted to go all the way down to the 20th position to the Hornets or Grizzlies. So he's not looking too good right now in college. And Karl Anthony Towns is the MVP. I've only ever seen him twice. This is the second time I've seen him be the finals MVP in simulations. All right, taking a look at the draft lottery, we see that it's actually the Trailblazers who have the first overall pick. And Ja Morant might be missing out on playing with an all-time great of James Harden. All right, man, heading to the NBA draft. Let's see who ends up picking him. Obviously, come on. If I was the Trailblazers, I would obviously pick him. You guys know how to do these videos. We just sim right to the end. And who ends up getting James Harden? Oh, okay, he actually falls second to the Grizzlies. So I guess he is going to actually be hitting the gritty and going to the strip clubs with Ja Morant. Start of year number one, we actually see James Harden is not in the starting lineup. He's all the way down to the 8th man, which is quite ridiculous, but it makes sense. There's a lot of players ahead of him. All right, year number one done. Victor Wembanyama, once again, as usual in these videos, he's always the MVP. James Harden actually ends up winning Rookie of the Year, putting up great stats as well. Well, not rebound wise. He only averaged 1.7 rebounds, but 20 points a game, 1.7 rebounds, 6.5 assists, 1.2 steals, and 1.3 blocks. So he's already a very good defender in rookie season. This season, let's have a look at where we're sitting. We are literally one of the worst teams in the league. So year number one wrapped up, not much to show for it. Year two wrapped up, and what a surprise, Victor Wembanyama is the MVP. Do we win anything at least in year number two? Because, for fuck's sake. I mean, we win most improved player. Jesus Christ, we went from 20 points a game to basically averaging 37 and 8. This season, we wore the 9th seed, so we're a playing team. Baby steps, guys. That's all that mattered. All right, we are going up against the Los Angeles Clippers, but clearly we're not good enough. Here we go, Walls to Tyndale. Where's James Harden? Hang on one second. Just like my Paul George video, did he foul out? Where is his fouls? Where are his fouls? Okay, he only has one foul. I don't know why he's not on then. All right, here we go. Harden with the rock, dancing, stepping. Harden already starting his little tween. James Harden, man, all the way to the rack. Can he go? Jaren Jackson got in the way of him, and he just puts up a mid-range J, which looks quite odd because if you guys know James Harden, he's not really a mid-range specialist. And who was that? He just goes all the way to the rack trying to finish on our Twin Towers. What is he doing with it? Passes it to Tyndale from deep. Cashes that in though. Here we go. Trae Young all the way to the rack. No defense, no whatsoever inside. Let's see. Harden with the ball. Pump fakes. Puts up the 3. Can he cash it in? No, he can't. Game over, guys. It is what it is, man. I think we got eliminated. We should have. I'm not too sure. Let's advance. Yeah, we've been eliminated. So, you know, first game, baby steps, like I said. We went from not making to the playoffs to at least making the play. That's another MVP for Wemby. We were the 5th seed, so much big improvement compared to last season, definitely. James Harden is second, leading the league in scoring, guys. Jesus, 32 points a game, 7 boards, 9 assists basically, 1.5, basically 2 blocks a game. 2 turnovers, we don't really like that. Well, 3 turnovers, we don't really like that. But 50, 44, he needs to get to that 90 mark, then we'll put some respect on his name. But he's already a 96 rated player. Anyway, man, I digress. We'll simulate the play-in. Round number one, we're going up against the Phoenix Suns. Let's have a look at their squad. They still got Devin Booker, but Jalen Green is there, Danny Wolf. I mean, come on. Surely we win this game, but we will take it game by game. Game number one, we end up winning. Was it convincing? Yes, it was, by 10 points. What did James Harden do in this one? 24, 8, and 11. And who is this? He's stepping it up. So this auto-generated player, he's only played 2 years, and his stats are already crazy. Do we even still have Ja Morant in our team? And number two, we end up losing, not by much though. It did not look like a close game while I was looking at it. Devin Booker though, he did not come to play. 41, 2, and 3. James Harden, 42, 8, and 12 though. So he answers back. But unfortunately, the rest of his team is not there with him. Game number 3, we end up winning. This one was convincing, 121 to 112. Let's take a look at the scores. James Harden came back down to earth with 24, 6, and 8. Devin Booker, he's still killing it, 35, 4, and 4. Game number 4, we're just going to simulate right through. We end up taking it. We are up 3-1. What did James do in this one? It actually wasn't James. Well, it was him and this auto-generator player. Is this a new dynamic duo? I thought it was going to be Ja Morant and James, but Ja's gone. We'll simulate the next game, and we end up moving on to the second round. Wow. Okay, that's good to see. I mean, can we come back from being down 3-1? Highly unlikely. Yeah, we're not. Look at that. Oh man, the Spurs are just so much better than us, aren't they? Guys, we're already in year number 4 and James Harden has gone ahead and won MVP with ridiculous numbers, man. Year number 4, keep in mind, when we do the simulations, a lot of these players, they tend to peak later on, except maybe JRS, he did pretty well. But 34 points a game, 12 boards, 11 assists, 2.6 steals, 2.2 blocks, 50, 40, 90. He increased his scoring from last season, which was already very good. So maybe he's a top leading scorer in this league. Surely he wins Defensive Player of the Year. Surely. And yes, he does, guys. He's on GOAT trajectory for sure. We were the 3rd seed this season, 58 wins and 24 losses. Round number 1, we're going up against the 6th-seeded Oklahoma City Thunder. Let's take a look if Shea is still there. Yes, he is. He's still a 95 rated player. Jalen Williams is 90, so that's a very dangerous team. We'll simulate through game number 1. Surely we're going to the finals this season, boys. We won Defensive Player of the Year and MVP. 32, 17, and 11 for the first game of the playoffs. That is ridiculous. Jaren Jackson also chipping in quite a bit, 29, 4, and 1. Game number 2, we'll simulate right through. Surely we win this. Yes, we do. What was the score? 133 to 126, so a much closer game. Game number 3 will simulate. We end up going up 3-0. I'm just going to simulate the round because surely we don't blow that. And yes, they end up taking one game, but we don't care. Round number 2, we're going up against the 2nd seed Golden State Warriors. And look at their squad. I don't understand how they've won more games than us compared to the players we've got. But we must take them serious, I guess. Well, we'll see after simulating through this game. Oh, okay. I guess we do. Look at this. 122 to 98. What the fuck, man? DeJounte Murray leading them 26-4. Out for us, James Harden. A cool down game for sure. 25, 11, and 6 because he's averaging 30 points. That is a pretty bad game for him. Game number 2, we end up losing. And I literally was like, we're up by so much. There's no point of me even like jumping in. Clearly there was a point. We end up losing just by 5 points. In this game, what did James do? Where is he? James had 34, 13, and 12, 5 steals as well. 6 turnovers. We want those down, but it is what it is. All right, we end up snatching this game just by a few points. Jesus, guys. And again, James did not have a good game, but everyone at least 8 collectively in the group. Once again, game number 4, we end up winning. Not convincingly, once again, I guess. But James Harden had a good game. 31, 13, and 5. 1 steal and 1 block. Game number 5, we end up winning very convincingly. 134 to 108. James in this one, what did he do? 28, 7, and 17. Jaren Jackson finally giving him some help, as well as this auto-generated player from last season. He's also chipping in with 24 points. We are up 3-2. Surely we don't force a game 7. Can we just win it now? Yes, we do. On to the Western Conference Finals. But let's just take a look. James Harden in that last game, he put up 45, 12, and 11. He's legitimately one of the greatest playoff performers we've already seen right now. We are going up against Victor Wembanyama once again, guys. I am not liking this matchup. We don't even need to look at their squad. We know this team is so overrated in 2K. And surprisingly, we end up taking game number 1, but I'm not going to start rejoicing right now because I know Wemby's cooking something. He had a bad game. So, same as James, he had a good game, but not to his standard anymore. But the fact that we won, it doesn't mean anything. Victor Wembanyama had a bad game. Game number 2, we end up winning surprisingly, guys. I want to see, did Victor have a good game or a bad game? James had a very good game. 28, 15, and 9. This auto-generated player chipped in with 23 and 9 assists as well. Jaren Jackson, 17. Who is this? Jamal Sheed, 17, 4, and 4. Victor Wembanyama had a good game, guys, so that's promising. Hopefully this is our time to get past him. Game number 3, we end up winning 132 to 119. We're up 3-0. James, whatever you do, do not blow this 3-0 lead. 37, 10, and 13. Come on. Come on, guys. I'm just going to sit with the round. Surely, we end up sweeping Wemby, so he's out of the playoff run, and we're on to the finals against the Orlando Magic and James Harden, obviously the Western Conference Finals MVP. 30, 11, and 9, 50, 40, 90 as usual, and we're going up against Paolo Banchero. Here's Paolo Banchero all the way to the rack. He just moves number 35 away. Here's Banchero all the way to the rack. Can he fight his way in? He ends up getting blocked by Walker Kessler. Here we go. Can we run now? Here's Sheed. Do not think about pulling up from 3. Sheed passes to Harden. Harden left, wide, open, cashes it in. All right, guys, we're going to play some pretty good offense right now. James thought about the three, steps back, mid-range, dancing with the ball. James spins, James pulls mid-range J. I thought he got fouled there. That was on his shooting spot. Banchero backing down, uses the strength. Jaren Jackson Jr. is there to block that shit out of the way. Here we go. James Harden pushing the rock. James, can you go all the way to the rack? Why do you keep pump faking, bro? This is that same bullshit that Paul George was doing in our last video. James Harden stepping back all the way to the rack. Can he go? James all the way, forces up the wildest shot, man. They've got a chance to win it right now. 14.6 seconds left. Surely we hold on to our 1-point lead. Here we go. Wanga with the rock. 9 on the clock. Wanga. Is he trying to go all the way? Okongwu? However the fuck he pronounces his name. He passed it out to Wanga. Wanga's going to have to put up a wild shot. And thank goodness we end up winning game number 1. Here we go now. Jaren Jackson Jr. catches, fires, misses the shot. And Zach Edey, we got to have a better big man than that. Here's Penda to Black. Black dancing with the ball. Black trying to find Banchero. Banchero with the ball right now. Banchero gets a screen for him. Jaren Jackson is still there. Banchero dancing, steps back, 5 on the clock. Banchero to Penda. Penda puts up the wild shot with Twin Towers right there with him. Let's go. Can we run now? Here's this auto-generated player, Tyndale to James Harden. James with the ball. We need a bucket right here. Zach Edey is ass. Give the ball to anyone but him. Here we go. Tyndale, catch, shoot, fires. But James Harden is right there for the putback. Oh my goodness. Here's Black, finds Banchero, left wide open for 3. Can he cash it in? No, he can't. Here's Zach Edey with the board. James Harden running. He's got friends with him. James finds Sheed. Put up the shot, bro. Oh my God. I thought he was going to get blocked. Banchero once again going to the rack, spins, passes it out to Carter. Carter fires the mid-range J, bricks it. Here's James Harden with the board, pushes it forward to Sheed. Sheed running. He's got friends with him. He's got Jackson there. He could have passed it, but he's not passing it. Ends up finding him though, puts it up, and Jaren Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson finds. Oh my goodness, man. We're going to play better defense in the paint. Here's James spinning. James, can he go all the way to the rack? Easily gets there and just dunks it, bro. This guy is the greatest player I've seen in these simulations. Working on Harden. Has 5 on the clock. Harden right there with him. We got to play better defense than that. And he gets the and 1. Can he convert the and 1? No, he actually misses it. What a bum. Here's Wells with the rock. Wells passes to Sheed. Sheed all the way inside. Come on, guys. We've won this game. Like, if the freaking Orlando Magic are playing like that, and we just won, they actually scored quite a few points. But James Harden in this one, 32, 11, and 15. 3 steals and 2 blocks. Crazy. Fortunately, game number 3, we end up losing 147 to 133. Let's check the box score. Franz Wagner actually did his thing. 34, 5, and 1. Banchero with 28, 6, and 7. James Harden with 29, 10, and 13. Tyndale with 28, 9, and 7. Jaren Jackson, we need more from you. If we probably had like 20 plus points from you, we probably would have won the game. Game number 4, we end up winning 147 to 134. We are up 3-1. James, do not blow this lead. I've been calling you the greatest player I've seen in these simulations. 36, 9, and 11. Come on, bro. Year number 4, right? If you win in year number 4, come on, I'm just going to simulate. And yes, we do. Thank goodness. I literally thought he might end up blowing the lead, but he doesn't. His first championship and his first finals MVP, averaging a triple-double, 31, 11, and 15 freaking assists, 2 steals, basically 2 blocks, 50, 40, 90. Can this pace continue? Year 5 wrapped up. That's another MVP for James Harden. Does he also win Defensive Player of the Year? Yes, he does. On to the NBA Finals, but let's see James Harden 26, 10, and 11. So his scoring has gone down, but it doesn't really matter. We're in the finals. And we're going up against Dusty McLeod, who is this auto-generated player, a 94 rated player. He's played 5 years pro. James Harden's played 5 years too. So, man, oh man, this could be a rivalry that we could watch out for. Game number 1, we end up taking James Harden 35, 10, and 18, 2 steals and 4 blocks. Game number 2, we end up winning 124 to 116. What did James do in both? Whoa. This guy McLeod, he's the real deal. 34 and 12, 2 blocks and 1 steal. James Harden, he had 27, 9, and 9, 2 steals. Tyndale is still here, so 27, 4, and 6. Jaren Jackson not really chipping in. And who the hell is this? Cam Whitmore, 27, 4, and 2. Oh my goodness, guys. Game number 3, tie game, 31 seconds left. Where is James, first of all? He is on the bench. So that tells me he is fouled out. Oh my God, where is he? His fouls. He only has 2 fouls. Hold on 1 second. Why? How many? We have no timeouts left. We have one, I think, but we're not going to use it. Apparently, James is on the bench. Why is that the case, guys? I swear to God, this coach is retarded as hell. Why on earth was James on the bench in a literal clutch situation? Harden all the way. Can he go? Pulls up mid-range J, cashes it in, ties the game up. 16.9 seconds left. Can we play some tremendous defense? Let's see right now. Allen with a rock. He's going to waste some time on the clock. Here's Allen. Passes it off to Daniels. Daniels to Reichester. Reichester to McLeod. One of the best players in the league right now. McLeod turns, fades. Can he cash it in? No, he can't. We are going to overtime. Oh, man. That is on the coach. Literally on the coach. James Harden came in off the bench and instantly hit that mid-ranger to tie the game up. So we know James is clutch. And we're not going to watch all of overtime, so we're going to use some Civcast right now. Hopefully it's a close one too. We can jump in. And we end up actually winning by 3 points. 138 to 135. What did James do in this game? James Harden dropped 32, 10, and 16. We are up 3-0. Come on. And we're just going to simulate right through because we should win. And yes, we do. Once again, that's another finals MVP and a championship from James Harden. Another MVP and another defensive player of the year. We were the first seed, 64 wins and 18 losses. So that means I'm just going to simulate the playoffs. Surely we win the round and we end up winning 4-1. Who is the finals MVP? No one other than James freaking Harden. In number 7 done, James Harden goes back to winning another MVP. Surely that's another defensive player of the year as well. Yes, it is. This guy is literally becoming the GOAT. And we end up winning, guys. This is outrageous. I don't even have to jump in these games. James Harden, 32, 14, 8, 56, 97, and 51% from the three-point line. Insane. And 4.2 blocks. I did not even see that. I just skimmed right through it. That is ridiculous, guys. That's another MVP for James Harden. And does he win Defensive Player of the Year? Obviously. Game number 1, we end up taking... Okay, it wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. James Harden once again is the finals MVP with a triple-double, 31, 10, and 10. 1.5 steals, 2.8 blocks. Let's go. Year number 9 done. Another MVP for the step back king, James Harden. This is actually getting ridiculous. I am not too sure how many championships and MVPs he has in this career simulation, but I digress. We continue to push on. We've already beaten this team in the finals, so we're going to do the same thing, simulate the round once again. James Harden, his scoring has gone a lot down. I don't know if the change of pace has started in the league, but I made sure to go in league meetings to make sure they don't switch anything. But yeah, that's like 4 championships in a row for him. This award should be called the Step Back King Award because he pretty much owns this award right now in this simulation. 28, 12, and 9. Does he also win the Defensive Player of the Year? Yes, he does, man. For fuck's sake, this is actually one of the most simple simulations I've done. Round number 1, we're going to simulate, obviously, because we don't care about that. It is against the Portland Trailblazers, who took us 7 games a few years ago. Now we are going up against the Golden State Warriors. They also took us quite a bit. They took us 5 games, so we'll simulate the round once more, and we just end up sweeping everyone, guys. Like I said, there's no point of me jumping in and doing simcast, and wow, we actually end up getting beaten by Freddie Grimes. Who the hell is Freddie Grimes? He's a 98 overall. That's who the hell he is. He is that guy from Australia too, repping us Australians. But yeah, he's killing it. 28, 5, and 12 in the playoffs. Jesus Christ, shooting 60, 50, 90 from the field. Surely he wins the championship, but this guy just fucking gets blown out. By Joey Wright, another 90 plus rated player. Man, okay, I guess our throne is done for now. Hopefully we can get back to winning next season. All right, year number 11, another MVP, and do we get Defensive Player of the Year? Wow, okay. Our teammate, Russ Rodman. How ironic, because Dennis Rodman was a pretty damn good defender. But he ends up getting it. 16 points a game, 6 assists, and 1 steal a game. How is he the Defensive Player of the... Oh, sorry, my bad. He's 6th man of the year. So we get a 6th man as well. What the fuck? Why did I see Defensive Player of the Year? And James Harden ends up winning Defensive Player of the Year as well. Hopefully this season we can bounce right back up. So we're simulating the round against the Sacramento Kings. Do we end up winning? And yes, we do. Now we're going up against the Dallas Mavericks, and they have a lead right now. Are you kidding me? Come on. We literally have the Defensive Player of the Year, the MVP, and the 6th man of the year. And we're getting cooked in the playoffs, and we've just been eliminated right now. In an elimination, what did we... Of course it was Cooper fucking Flag, bro. I can't stand Cooper Flag. He's ruining everything. And we see the Clippers end up winning the NBA Finals, and Darius Hill is the MVP, a 90 overall, but he only averaged 16 points. Year 12 wrapped up another MVP and another Defensive Player of the Year. This season, we won 66 games. I think that's the same amount of games as the Dallas Mavericks. Yeah, so we've got to be careful for them. Similar in round number 1, we are going up against the Denver Nuggets, and we ended up winning. Round number 2, who are we going up against? The Los Angeles Clippers, who didn't they win the championship last season? And we're down 3-1 currently right now. James Harden, come on, bro, pick it up. Why are you not winning any more championships? We still got like at least 9 years left of your career. And wow, looks like we're going to get eliminated. For fuck's sake. In an elimination game, what did James do? 23 points only? Is he regressing? Like, what did he average? Okay, he's not regressing, so he averaged basically 30 points in the playoffs. And we see the Golden State Warriors beating the Cleveland Cavaliers in the finals. Felipe Lopez is the finals MVP. Year 13 done. Once again, another MVP. This guy might be becoming the greatest sixth man of all time. Because what the hell? And that's actually a video idea I'm going to be doing next, guys. I'm going to be creating the greatest sixth man ever. So keep in mind for that. James Harden is the Defensive Player of the Year, obviously. 28, 10, and 7. Those are his stats. 2 steals, 2 blocks, 50, 40, 87 this time, not 90. We're on to the finals, up against the past champions, the Boston Celtics. And who is that guy? Brian Brooks Jr. 27 points a game. So he's a 97 overall. We might get some work cut out for us. Game number 1, we end up taking. Was it convincing? And James Harden actually might not be the finals MVP for the first time in a while. Game number 2, we end up taking. James Harden, what did he do? 35. Okay, he's picked it back up. Game number 3. Okay. We are up. And wow, it could be the Australian man, Donnie Tyndall, being the finals MVP, which is, I don't know. Okay, what the fuck? Is this team like just OP? They've got another 99 rated play. What is this simulation, guys? No wonder they win so many games. James Harden has a stacked team, so is he really the GOAT? Year 14 wrapped up another MVP for Harden and another defensive player as well. We ended up winning 73 games and only having 9 losses, so we were a little worse than last season, but only by 1 game. Can we cap it off with an NBA championship? And yes, we do. We end up winning, and it's James Harden once again going back to being the finals MVP. Year 15, another MVP and another defensive player of the year as well. And that's another championship as well, and James Harden once again is the finals MVP. Year 16, another MVP and another defensive player of the year. And another finals, man. This time though, it's not James Harden, it is Peter Grant, the MVP. Year number 17, this is getting ridiculous, guys. That's another freaking MVP for this guy, and also a defensive player of the year. I think James Harden is honestly the greatest player of all time, because even though his team is stacked, he's still the one winning MVPs against everyone else in his team. And unfortunately, we have our first loss of the NBA Finals, and it's against the Boston Celtics, who we've been beating for the last 4 straight years in the finals anyway. Year 18, another MVP once again, and another defensive player of the year. Can we cap it up hopefully this time with a championship? And yes, we do. Who is the finals MVP? It goes back to being James Harden. Another MVP, guys. I'm lost for words, honestly. I've been saying this consistently, and another defensive player of the year. It's honestly outrageous, guys. James Harden, out of all players that we've done in these simulations of making players the GOAT, he might legitimately be the greatest player ever. Where are we? Did we get eliminated? Okay, no, we now facing the Clippers. I don't even care if we lose in the finals anymore, because James Harden has earned his stripes, and now once again, Western Conference MVP. Guys, this is outrageous. I'm just going to simulate the round. Oh, okay. That's our second loss in the finals. But Rudolph Ellis is the MVP. Like I was saying, James Harden is legitimately the greatest player we've ever simulated, especially in the regular season. I don't know how many championships he has. We'll check that definitely towards the end of the video, because I want it to be a surprise for myself and you guys. I don't know if you guys have been counting. Me, I've lost count by now. This fuckery cannot go on for this much longer, guys. Year 20, another MVP. What is going on with this simulation? Does he win Defensive Player of the Year? Bro, he's 37 years old. How is he still this freaking good? Holy crap, man. James Harden is that guy. Okay, we are the first seed right now. Let's take a look and see. 63 wins and 19 losses. So we might actually not be sweeping the entire playoffs this season. But let's see. We simulate the plan. We're going up against San Antonio Spurs round number 1. Let's just take a look at the league right now because we haven't actually had a look in quite a while. Our team is very stacked. Look at us. 95, 99, 92, 96, 96. Jesus Christ. James Harden has a stacked squad. No wonder he's this darn good. We're going to simulate the round because, like I said, we're literally towards the latter stage of his career. He should easily win championships right now. So we'll simulate the round number 2, going up against the Phoenix Suns. We end up winning that one. Going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. They are the 2nd seed. So let's have a look at their squad. Their squad is looking pretty darn stacked as well. We just got everyone in our squad is 90 rated plus. Their squad, they just need 2 more players to be 90. One is already nearly a 90 anyway with 89. Game number 1, we'll simulate right through. We end up winning. Game number 2, we end up winning. Game number 3, they end up winning. Okay, let's see what they did in this game. Simpson with 29 and 9. Beck with 27, 3 and 6. Out for us though, we don't care about them. 29, 6 and 6 for James. Augustine. Man, where are we getting these players from, guys? Why are we getting all these darn good players? We're going to simulate the round because I was about to say, because I think we're going to win, but we end up getting reverse swept. So, and at least the Minnesota Timberwolves end up winning the championship, and it's James Mullins being the MVP. Year 21, another MVP, and he does not win Defensive Player of the Year anymore, so he's clearly regressing. And that's another Finals MVP for James. This guy has the greatest resume of all time, and it's not even close. And look at his 3-point percentage, 81% from the 3-point line in the finals. Ridiculous. How many more years does he have left in his contract? Let's just check right now. He's got 1 year left, so he's probably going to retire next season. Year 22, another MVP and another championship for James Harden as well. This guy is out of his mind. Holy crap, man. This video is so ridiculous, guys. It literally makes no sense. Is he retiring now? Now for the moment of truth. Player retires. Finally, man. Jesus Christ. That took way too long, guys. I am hungry as hell. I've been recording this for so damn long. Looking at his career averages, those are insane. 27 points a game, nearly 28. 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks a game. Insane. 50, 40, 90 split. He's a 13-time NBA champion. 13, guys. I don't know if you're hearing me. 13-time NBA champion. That's some Bill Russell shit. Even more than Bill Russell. He is a 19-time MVP. Regular season MVP, guys. And he's played 22 years. What does that tell you? Literally, what does that tell you? He's the greatest player to ever touch the basketball in these simulations. He's an 11-time finals MVP. And he's only lost, I think, 2 times in the finals. He's a 20-time All-Star. He's a 21-time All-NBA first team, and he's a 17-time Defensive Player of the Year. That is the most incredible career I think I've ever seen, guys. Like, legitimately speaking. Lastly, we're going to check the NBA records. We'll see career highs. James Harden, obviously, 50,000 points. Let's take a look at everything else. 3-pointers made. He's actually not up there. He's all the way down to 8th. Steph Curry is still number 1. That just shows how good Steph Curry is. Free throws made, obviously James Harden, by a mile though, 11,000, and he was a sharpshooter from the free throw line. For rebounds, James Harden is third, 18,000 rebounds. So he's right there with the big men with Wemby, Bill Russell, and Wilt Chamberlain. For assists, he actually is a number 1. John Stockton is still there. For blocks, James Harden is right there, number 3. For steals, he's number 1. He beats Stockton. Minutes, obviously, he's going to be number 1. Turnovers, he's actually not number 1. It's still LeBron James. Anyway, guys, that was the most ridiculous NBA simulation I've ever done. Like, honestly speaking, I know I say that a lot when I'm doing these videos, but this is literally the greatest player ever to touch the basketball in this simulation. If you guys want me to make one of your players the GOAT, let me know and I'll do it. Also, comment down any other video suggestions you might have and I'll do it. It's been your boy. Take care. Peace.